The data we've gathered through working with coastline residents is an incredibly valuable resource. It gives us a unique insight into how people are using their homes, into things like the temperature in their homes, their energy use, their health and well-being, across a fairly long period for this kind of research. And the richness of the data, being able to layer it, helps us to drive down into the detail of what is really influencing this population's health and well-being.
It's the views of the customer that's important before decisions are made. So, whoever's making decisions aren't making it off the top of their head. They're actually having the input and the data from the customers who have taken part in projects like this one.
The project is started by recruiting tenants from Coastline Housing. Coastline Housing are a key partner with us on the project, and we were able to recruit over 300 households to the project, and each of those households very kindly agreed to have environmental sensors installed in their home, and then also took part in a variety of data gathering questionnaires to allow us to put a picture around the data that we were collecting about how their lives were and where their priorities and challenges were.
I think it's been a very good thing because they've involved us, and no matter what it is, I think I've been on every project they've had because, I'm interested to know how things are going with people and how it works for the coastline to start with, because I want them to be able to help every person.
If you can keep a really healthy environment in a home, then that also helps to keep the plasterwork in good condition or the assets in good condition, the kitchen, the bathroom, and it allows us to keep the maintenance levels where they should be. And I think that whole customer support mechanism is so important. We can look at a group of properties on a dashboard and pick out the ones that need attention, the ones that need us to sort of help and provide support. And that might be a fuel voucher, maybe a hardship. It may be signposting to an organisation who checks that they've got the correct benefits in place, or one of our own teams, the income management team, to do some benefit checking and make sure that they are getting what the finances that they should get.
We've conducted a number of research projects around sensing the home, and what consistently comes out is the importance of people in the system. This system helps you identify risk, but it cannot replace kind of human involvement, human communication, and it is very much people plus technology, not technology replacing people. It just wouldn't be able to achieve these sort of outcomes at the scale without this type of technologies.
We were given our own tablets originally to use for the sensor project, and they've also been involved in setting up a Cybercafe, for instance, in one of the churches in Redruth, to enable people to come and get advice of how to even open an email or get an email.
Having a pandemic in the middle of the project gave us a real opportunity to educate people and teach them how to connect using things like Zoom, emails, so that they could engage in different ways than they were perhaps used to. So part of breaking down barriers around digital technology is something I would say is a really big success of this project.
I'm not very good with computing. Give me a job to do and I can do it. But anything with, what do you call it? With the computing, tablet, or anything like that, I just couldn't. I couldn't understand where it went. I'm saying, well, whereabouts is it going? He said, in a cloud. I said, but how do you get it back? And he said, well, it does come back if you want it back. So anyway, I used to go to lessons with that into the top of Camborne here.
Some people may feel that they're going to be left behind if they're not going to be able to use digital devices. They need to have the experience to use the devices to get on that, and I think that's something that SMARTLINE's been in the forefront of doing.
It's a really nice place to be when you're You've thought of something a long time ago, and then a group of people, very clever people, have sort of unpicked all the bad parts, if you like, and pulled it together into a project plan that's got the right people in the background to research, the right people to make decisions, and then make it all work. So yeah, hugely rewarding.
One of the things that has come out of the project is the value of environmental data to helping to support both how housing association services are delivered to their tenants, but also the wider social context about the conditions and challenges that people are facing, particularly when they're on low incomes or are older and are feeling isolated, and the added value that digital technology can bring to people's lives. But I think with also recognising that many households in those categories of lower income face challenging access to digital technologies, and we need to be very aware of that when we are designing services so that we don't unintentionally exclude people and add to the inequalities burden that they already face.
The 5 years that SMARTLINE has run has enabled us to sort of gather so much information, and moving forward that is something we will be using to hopefully make change at sort of policy level with other housing associations. So I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been involved. It's been an absolute pleasure, and the changes that will come will certainly feed back.